It was a crime that caused tens of thousands of dollars in damage, not to mention a lot of heartache for the people at the Brooklyn Park Salvation Army. On Monday, a judge approved a plea agreement for the man accused of causing all of that damage. Jack Heinrich, whose last known address was in Champlin, had been charged with 3 felonies, including second-degree arson, which carries a maximum sentence of up to 10 years in prison. Under the plea deal, Heinrich will get 3 years probation. According to the criminal complaint, Heinrich threw a flower pot to break a window and get in, and then used donated coats to start a fire inside the building. Police arrested him shortly after the crime. During his arrest, police found a lighter, marijuana, and drug paraphernalia in his possession. A vacant retail space in New Hope will soon be getting a new tenant, and it will be the first of its kind in the Northwest Metro.
So the former family video site is going to be the home to a medical cannabis dispensary. They came to us a couple months ago and asked if the zoning is appropriate for where they want to go, and we informed them that it was.
Renovation of the former family video building along 42nd Avenue is currently underway. The video rental store closed 2 years ago. Minnesota's 2 medical marijuana manufacturers are only allowed to have 1 dispensary per congressional district. And city officials say that Leafline Labs chose the New Hope site because it fit the state's parameters.
Anytime that any kind of new business comes in the city, if it's a medical cannabis manufacturer or dispensary or a new restaurant, we're ecstatic. We want to make sure that those locations are filled, that they're not a vacant storefront, and we welcome them as much as we can to help them do what they need to do to open up their business.
There's no timetable yet as to when the dispensary will open. To purchase medical cannabis, customers will need a prescription. Another vacant retail space in New Hope will soon get a second life. The building formerly occupied by Country Kitchen will soon be converted to an El Loro Mexican restaurant. Country Kitchen closed last summer after being in business for more than 40 years. El Loro has several locations in Minnesota, including Brooklyn Park, Crystal, and Champlin. There's a plan for a gun range in northern Brooklyn Park. The Brooklyn Park City Council will consider a site plan for Cincinnati-based Range USA. It would be located on 5 acres just southeast of Interstate 610 and Highway 169. In addition to the gun range, the facility would include classroom space and a rental component. The Planning Commission recommended approval of the site plan. Range USA has 48 locations, and this would be the first in Minnesota. In Maple Grove, an expansion of the donut and coffee chain, Dunkin. The chain, which has shortened its name from Dunkin' Donuts, is moving into a site near the intersection of Weaver Lake Road and Elm Creek Boulevard. The former occupant of that location, JC's Bar and Grill, closed last May. According to a post on the restaurant's Facebook page, the mall changed ownership and decided not to extend the restaurant's lease. Maple Grove city officials say the new Dunkin' will be open sometime in February, becoming the second Dunkin' in the city. There will be plenty of hockey excitement coming to our area in March. The 2023 USA National High School Hockey Tournament is coming to the Northwest Suburbs. As Jason Malello reports, local fans will get to see a lot of talent on the ice, and local businesses could see a boom to their bottom lines.
Pucks could bring more bucks for local businesses.
We run really good specials for the teams too, so we can get them in and out.
A hat trick of youth hockey tournaments is coming to the Northwest Suburbs this spring.
That's going to be an opportunity for our players to see some of the best hockey, amateur hockey in the nation.
Plymouth Ice Center is the primary site for the USA Hockey National High School Tournament, and New Hope and Maple Grove ice arenas will host other youth tournaments, potentially filling up local hotels and restaurants like the Lookout Bar and Grill.
The families are in town, they got to find someplace to eat, come out. We also use our food trucks, so some of the events we'll be having our food trucks right out front of the events so that people, while they're watching the events, can enjoy a sandwich or whatever right there.
But please, no elbowing. There's enough room for everyone.
We can put 40 in this room we're standing in, we can put 60 in the room behind it, and then up front we seat 120 up there too, so it's we have that flexibility.
The National High School Tournament alone will bring 50 teams to the area. According to Experience Maple Grove, similar tournaments in other cities have pumped as much as $2.5 million into the local economy. Jason Malillo, CCX News.
For a local deer research project, it was mission accomplished. Using helicopters and nets, the Three Rivers Park District and the University of Minnesota rounded up 40 deer last Thursday through Sunday at Elm Creek Park Reserve. After their capture, researchers placed a tracking collar on the animals, which will help study their movements in the summer. U of M researchers also drew blood and nasal swabbed the deer to test for the virus that causes COVID-19. It will help researchers better understand how the virus impacts the animals. The deer were then released back into the wild. New Hope is proud to show off the winning photos of this year's In Focus photo contest. 19 photographers who live, work, or attend school in New Hope entered the pictures. Here's a look at the winners in the 3 categories of people, places, or wildlife and nature. All winners were recognized at a recent New Hope City Council meeting. Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.
The Hopkins girls basketball team has mostly rolled over its opponents this season. They got a big test from another Lake Conference Power Friday. Jason Malillo has the highlights.
Tara Starks and top-ranked Hopkins visiting 4th-ranked St. Michael Albertville. Tess Johnson to Ava House, and she cracks a 3-pointer for the Knights. They're up 30-24. Then Piper Carlson ahead to Jacala Kraft, and she finishes for STMA. Johnson stops and pops and hits the jumper just before the break. She scores 19 in the first half, and the Knights lead 43-34. But Hopkins dials in for the second half. Nunu Agara zips the pass to Kelly Boyle, and she splashes 3 for the Royals. The trademark Hopkins defense comes through as Taylor Woodson gets the steal from Johnson and goes all the way for the hoop. Royals cut the lead to 2. Liv McGill strokes a step-back 15-footer to make it 49-all. She nets 14 points. Johnson throws a long pass to Abby Hasselton, and the sophomore drives baseline and scores. Knights go back up 57-53. But Hopkins goes on a 22-9 run to end the game. Boyle snaps a catch-and-shoot 3-pointer. She finishes with 17 points. Agar drives and scores for the Royals. She nets 23 and leads Hopkins to a 75-66 victory. Jason Malillo, CCX Sports.
Hopkins did lose Saturday to Class 2A's top-ranked team, Providence Academy, 87-80, to end the Royals' 30-game winning streak. Matt Greenway scored 43 points for the Lions in the win. Also in girls basketball, Park Center was looking for the season sweep when the Pirates traveled to Osseo to take on the Orioles. Park Center girls basketball looking for its first win since December 15th, visiting an Osseo team on a 2-game winning streak. Knights passing by the Pirates here. Tiana Lloyd to Helen Ben to Samira Taylor for the layup and an early Park Center lead. Jalen Choi had a nice game for the Orioles. The junior drives to the basket and scores 2 over team-high 13 points. Good crossover move by Denisha Anderson as the Park Center guard gets into the lane and hits the short jumper. The Orioles' Tatum Miller steps in and gets a steal. She'll take it all the way to the basket and score. Osseo leads Park Center 29-27 at halftime. Second half and some big baskets for Naomi Cruchon. She drives into the lane and hits the floater. Later, Cruchon with a 3 to put Park Center in the lead. The junior finishes tonight with 23 points. But the Orioles go back in the lead and hit some big free throws late, including this one from Nevaeh Torma. Osseo wins for the 4th time in the past 5 games. They edge Park Center 53-50. In boys basketball, defending state Class 4A champion Park Center is unbeaten so far this season. The Pirates faced rival Osseo in the first of 2 regular season meetings. Jay Wilcox has the highlights.
The top-ranked Park Center boys basketball team looking to take care of business against rival Osseo. Osseo hangs in it early. Damari Larkins gets the steal and takes it in for 2 plus a foul, and the Orioles lead 7-4. Larkins scores 11. Osseo plays his own defense. The Pirates' Jackson Folks is left open and he buries it for a 13-7 lead. He nets 13 on the night. Cash Chavis gets the open court steal and breakaway dunk for the Pirates, and they're up by 10. 15 in the game for Chavis. Osseo throws it ahead to Trey Smith, and he goes to the hoop for the layup, and the Orioles are back within 5 at 25-20. Park Center throws it low to Chang Ring on the baseline, and he lays it in. Park Center is up 31-22 at halftime. After an Osseo turnover, the Pirates get out and running. Joe Burgess gets the layup, and PC's lead is 14 at 39-25. Chavis with a nice feed to CJ O'Hara for the reverse layup. Osseo hangs in it for a while, but Park Center improves to 14-0 with a 74-55 win. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.